Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. We are looking at Voyager Token on the 4-hour chart. It's been a minute since I have covered VGX, but I come to you with some great bullish news. Before we get into this though, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. I'm always dropping pictures of charts, videos, favorites, news on crypto, things like that. So hit me up. Back to Voyager Token. The last time I was covering this, I was anticipating that this falling wedge would produce some bullish results, and it did. But I do think that ever since the loyalty programs have kicked in, we really didn't see this thing reach its true potential because everybody just sold off once the thing hit $3. So shame on you if you sold. Now let's look at this thing on a 1-hour chart because our data is really limited right now. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff here. One thing I'm noticing right out of the gates is that our lows are getting higher. And this is always a great thing to see. So with that said, I do think that it would be reasonable to throw up a shift pitchfork and see what kind of channel we are looking at trading in the short term. So the one thing I'm noticing right out of the gates is that this $2.70 level seems to really be a solid point of resistance for Voyager Token. And this is where TA is going to get juicy on Voyager, folks. Because with this price action trending the way it has been since September 28th, we're seeing these lows getting higher. What are we forming, folks? We could be possibly be forming a really kick-ass ascending triangle. Now, this would be a super long, drawn-out ascending triangle. So ideally, I would like to see price action come up here and really kind of work its way up through the channels like this. So we might end up seeing something along, something like this, something more like this, instead of this long drawn out thing. But I do hope that over the next few impulses of price within Voyager that we can at least hold this lower trend line going forward. So that's very interesting to see Voyager doing this. I do think that there are going to be a few opportunities to make some money along the way, especially if price comes up and then comes back down. A lot of people hate about people, selling off and reaccumulating more. But you have to think that these people that are selling off up here, accumulating more down here, they are just tying up that many more coins. So we have that for us. And this is really a spectacular sight to see, in my opinion, concerning Voyager Token. I do think that a nice little run up, as long as the rest of the crypto market plays along, I do think that Voyager Token quite possibly could be setting up for something real nice here. Let's look at the total crypto market cap, because this is important as well, because currently, Voyager Token is not a Bitcoin or Ethereum. It really doesn't hold ground well like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It will someday. But we can see that this rising wedge is doing what nature intended it to do. And this is the crypto total market cap. So everything Bitcoin to Litecoin to Voyager Token to the most bottom of the barrel token that's out there. And what we can see here is some nasty little bear leg here, and we are seeing a symmetrical triangle form here. So we might be getting ready to see the total crypto market cap fall. And like I was speculating, I've been warning people about this for weeks on end now, about this rising wedge. But if we come down to test the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average on the 12-hour chart, we can easily see that would be about a $200 billion liquidation down to the 50 and about a $500 billion liquidation down to the 200. So that would mean Bitcoin would probably go a lot lower, within the next few weeks if this plays out. So keep that in mind, that we could be seeing the market take a little spill here. And it's not good. Once price action gets under this 250 like this, we are setting up for a death cross right now, folks. And I'm not trying to be bearish, but this is what happens when things death cross. This is what happens when things death cross. It's never a good outcome to see. So, we've got a symmetrical triangle on a bear leg. That's usually an indication that the previous trend will continue. Previous trend was downwards. So I'm just being real with you guys. Let's look at Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, I've been really talking about lately because it's really formed this really funny ascending triangle, late stage impulse wave. Usually I like to see these ascending triangles at the base, like this down here. If that would have filled out, we could have probably produced a lot better and higher results. But I was speculating the other day that this would be a weak ascending triangle, and we can see that it was. I was expecting Bitcoin to range anywhere from 56,000 to 59,000. We came right up and damn near kissed this upper trend line of a greater rising wedge, which nobody else in the crypto world is talking about other than me. And so we can see that right now, I'm just looking at this on an 8-hour chart. We might be fixing to see some sort of head and shoulders formation to happen here. I don't know. We don't know. I'm hoping Bitcoin reverses, blows off the top, 265,000, because we do have this Gartley pattern that I have mentioned for several weeks now when I drew it up. This is possibly where Bitcoin will retrace to when the big retracement hits. So, we are still within this rising wedge quite comfortably. Scary. It's scary. So, just a little note to keep your mind on, especially if you see some very negative price action ensuing in the coming days or weeks. That is out there. But right now, man, if the market can play along, I'd say Voyager Token is getting ready to rip. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy for the holders. I'm happy that I'm actually able to sit down and do some TA on Voyager. It's a little bit bearish with the current situation with Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap. But as far as the Voyager token is concerned, it's a breath of fresh air to be able to maybe speculate on some positive news for the price. So I hope you guys found this video interesting. And also a huge shout out to my Patreons. Thank you all for supporting the channel. If you're interested in showing your support, you can donate $3 a month via Patreon. You'll get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day.